Who is the better debater, Destiny or Vaush?
Oh, that's your question?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Yep. And because you've been on panels with them multiple times, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nothing to speak of, like, the character or anything like that, but just in terms of like rhetoric and, winning or losing debates, however you decide who wins and loses a debate. What do you think of each of their debating styles? Maybe that.
okay, yeah. Which is where I was going to go with it any which way. Because, yeah, they have different styles of doing things. And so I think Destiny is much better. Like, he's like your pure debate bro, like distilled.
Right.
Um,
Right.
and,
Yeah, he's
and
like
so,
he's like pure cold rationality, I think, just in its purest form. Yeah.
and and the conclusions that he arrives at shows that being purely rational is a terrible idea. So,
Yes. There's danger in that. That's for sure.
but yeah, so I think he's good at explosive moments,
Mm-hmm.
right? That I've seen him do this where he's quiet for a while and he's like just like taking it in. You're not even sure if he's paying attention. Sometimes he's not, but like when he is, like he's just like he's absorbing what's happening. He's like powering up.
No,
Okay,
Sam,
hold on, no,
explain it
wait.
to him.
Why don't, yeah, please explain this to me so I can tell you how fucking stupid you are.
Because he's taking everything that he considers a bad take, he constructs this argument and then like unleashes it upon you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he goes on like, and he ends it like on a and then that's why, and it's like, okay,
Yeah,
I see why he's up
like
there.
he verbally dunks on you.
Yes.
It's good. It's
I've seen him say something to the effect of like, specifically that when you're making a point, you want to end on like a staccato or like a sharp note, basically, to emphasize. And I see that, I'm like, okay, wow, yeah.
That's interesting because I had never heard of that, but I think that's something I've actually adopted. I think like my own style of engaging in arguments has changed, adapted itself to the environment, and I think I do something similar now.
Okay.
With like an explosive finish.
Yeah, well, you pick up on,
oftentimes.
I mean, you imitate people that are the best at it, right? So
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Again, rhetoric can only take you so far. Like, Destiny has an amazing skill of making everything he says like sound brilliant. It is not. Say that again, and I've said it to his fucking face.
Yes, well, listen, as a Jordan Peterson fan, I would make the same criticism of Jordan Peterson. So yes, I think it happens to everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, you can construct a brilliant argument, right, or persuasive argument, that leads you to down the wrong path.
Right. I always think of it like you can be logical and like 100% correct within the parameters of a game that you've set up, right? Like if you establish the premises and the terms of the argument, then of course you can construct a really good argument within that premise, but that doesn't mean, everything beneath that is right. So yeah, that pure rationality, it's like that's neutral. It doesn't always get you the right answer. It just takes you in the direction that your presuppositions point you towards, So
I think Vaush might just be a better conversationalist, right? Like, I had moments where we've talked. I'm not sure. Well, we've talked like one-on-one, like maybe once or twice, but usually it's in the context of a panel.
Sure.
But like, I can see him like where Destiny is more explosive. Like I think Bosch like builds up, right? Like that there's a steady increase, right? Like the graphs will look different rather than like a steep incline. It'll be a gentle slope with him.
Yeah.
But as he is taking you, like he has an idea where he wants to take you, where take the argument, and he like gently brings you all there. And I think his style like definitely appeals to a different sort of crowd, right? Like less pure debate bro, but I think he might have a wider appeal in that way, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because how he approaches people.
Yeah, because and I think I've seen him say it, and I think this is true for me, is he said something like, you know, people who don't agree with me, they'll see a take, I say something ridiculous, and they'll go, this guy's an idiot, and then they'll come and stay and listen to, like, the conversations or whatever, and then their opinion change. And, like, that's true. Now, I have my criticisms of Vaush, to say the least. I think I have three or maybe three videos criticizing Vaush in one way or another. But I think he's like, if rhetoric is like argumentation and debate, then yeah, I do think Vaush is like, he's got the smooth charm kind of, you know, a little, even his voice is like radio, and Destiny's kind of the, you know, ragged hair sometimes, you know. But it's all perspective.
Destiny is much better in sound bites. I think not that like his arguments are like bad, but like I think he is more clippable. And then within that context, he can, like, you know, make his case. I think Vaush simply takes more time to do so. So if you clip him, you're missing so much. So if he said something like that, I'm actually not surprised, because within that context of that clip, it might sound like, you know, fantasy leftist bullshit. But if you hear his whole take, then like you'll understand. Even if you don't agree, you'll understand his reasoning.